We are back with another Battlefield 6 video, and today we're talking all about the medic, or as Battlefield 6 has named it, the support. Going to go through the pros and cons of the class, starting off with the actual character. So, with this class, it is based to heal your teammates, revive them, and supply them with more ammo, as well as tactical equipment to help stay or keep the pressure on the points, depending on what mode you're playing. Very, very good class. The only thing that kind of lets it down, which I'll start with, is the fact that you don't really have a secondary. The pistols in this game are a little bit weak unless you hit your headshots, and it does let you down, especially when people are running the SMGs or the ARs, as well as that shotgun, the pump shotgun, as it one-taps you from ridiculous ranges. And it is a bit annoying when it comes to the 1v1 gunfights if you need to quickly switch to your tactical. However, when it comes to the first gun that you can have your primary weapon, it's good that you can have whatever on this game. I tend to run the carbine. You see the AK-205. It's got 0 recoil. Yes, the bullet damage is not as high, but because it doesn't move, it's very, very easy to hit your shots with it. However, if you run the MVE or the M4A1, I don't blame you, because those guns do have a bit more bullet velocity and it is a little bit more damaging when you hit your opponents. So when it comes to what this class actually has, you have a supply bag and a barricade. I will start with the supply bag. Very, very handy in a sense. What it will do is it will replenish your ammo, replenish your teammates' ammo and tacticals. However, if you drop a barricade down, as you can see, if I step out of the supply bag vicinity, because you'll have a green circle that goes around, it will not replenish your barricade. You have to be stood in that circle for it to replenish them. As you can see here, the 2 grey bars are filling up to give me a second one or another one. If you go out of that zone, it will restart the whole thing, so then you'll have to put another supply bag down. You're only ever allowed to chuck down 1 supply bag, which I don't mind if I'm being honest. It's where the barricades come in, so you can see from this clip here, I've placed my barricade to change my angle on my opponent, but I've dropped the supply bag closer, so now I'm in the next vicinity to hold my angle but replenish and get another barricade. The supply bags are very, very good. I do think it offers quite a lot, especially if you have people around you. Probably more so in the rush mode it'll work well. If you've got loads of you in one place, you're chucking that down and letting everyone still replenish their grenades, their smokes, flashbangs, etc., and so they don't run out of ammo. Because with the assault class and all those sort of things, the other 3 classes, you only start with about another 2 or 3 magazines, whereas this class you start with about another 6, 7. Touching on the barricades, they're very, very good. I do think they are a little bit tough to break. I do think it takes a lot of bullets before they actually decide that they want to just destroy. Do keep in mind, I believe you're only allowed 2 barricades at a time. So if you are going to set up somewhere with this class, you want to make sure you block both angles, not just the one. Very, very good class overall, if I'm being honest. I can't really fault it. I've had fun with it. I do think it offers a lot of support to the team, as well as on your own if you feel like you're in a certain position where you need that quick heal. That supply bag will help it. So when it comes to the supply bag, once you throw it down as well and you're hurt, it will allow you to fill up the green bar, your health bar, and once it hits the 100%, you get instant 100 health again, which, you know, I do think is very, very good, because it saves you from being one shot, especially when a lot of people in Battlefield, when you're playing the 32v32 modes, there are a lot of people around, which that will be showcased now. So as you can see, I'm damaged in this clip. I've thrown my supply bag down. The grey bars fill in from health bar. As soon as it hits 100%, my green bar just flies up, and I'm back to 100%. Very, very handy, especially if you're trying to capture a point, defend a point, but you want to get back into the gunfights. It utilises that very, very well, as well as if you're damaged or you've been grenaded, if you survive it, at least you can throw them back down, and then you're back into the fight. You see here, I'm very, very hurt. I throw a supply bag down, still half health, and now I'm full, and I can re-challenge another opponent depending on where they're coming from. Overall, the class is very, very good. I do think it's up there as probably one of the better ones. Like I said, the only thing that the downside is the secondaries are woeful, because it's only a pistol compared to the shotguns of the assault. And also I do think it does offer pros and cons when it comes to how you want to play. Obviously the other thing with this class is that you do get the defibrillator, so you can res your teammates very, very quick. One quick thing to touch on is obviously once you hit the level 3 in the 2000, you act as a supply bag for 10 seconds, so you can replenish your team for anyone that's around you, and you can also revive your teammates in 2.5 seconds when you're dragging them away. If you do like the video, drop a like, comment down below what class you're running and how you're finding the game. And if you want more content, drop a subscribe. Lets me know that you're enjoying the content, and I'll catch you in the next one.